I am joined by someone that I've got to work with for many years in commercial real estate and in life, and Ryan Blumkin, Executive Vice President of NFM. You were kind to come on, and there's been a lot of rumors about NFM lately. I've heard everything from you're renting warehouse space out in Sarpy County to you've already bought land in the Gretna area, and that you're going to move out of 72nd and Dodge, and it's all true, right?
Yeah, I've heard both of those as well. I've heard several others as well. These things tend to take a life of their own, but yeah, neither of those are true. I mean, we love Omaha. We love our customers in Omaha. And, there was some concern about flood zone regulations and the limitations that it would provide with what we could do to our existing campus over time. And, look, this is a market-based economy, and we always keep our eyes open for opportunities. And that's been how we've gotten 85 years, and that's what we'll do in the future. But for now, we're pretty darn content with where we're at, and there's been some flood zone regulation changes that allow us to continue to pull building permits to update our buildings to give our customers the best shopping experience.
So the concern with floodplain is if there's another tornado event, which kind of got you to expand in 1975. A lot of people don't realize this. Number one, I just learned, thanks to my friend Joel Potter and confirmation by Ryan Blumkin, was the main building along 72nd Street was the Omaha Post Office, right?
Correct.
And in 1975, your great-grandmother, Mrs. B., Rose Blumkin, took that opportunity. A number of the neighboring buildings were damaged and stuff, and she was able to expand. They were already there, right? They were already at...
We already had a location there before the tornado.
But much smaller. And now you've got, 78 acres, but you've bought land to the west where there's some office buildings behind McDonald's, so there's room for expansion and things like that. But if there's another, God forbid, there's another tornado, or you need to do a big remodel or something, there's issues that need to be resolved as far as floodplain goes.
Yeah, so what the rule had said until very recently was if your building's within a 100-year floodplain, and as more and more development has happened upstream from Nebraska Furniture Mart, when rain happens, more water comes at a faster rate downstream and floods places like Nebraska Furniture Mart. And so we weren't always in the 100-year, and the rule said that basically if you have a building in the 100-year and you did improvements to your building over time that exceeded 50% of the value of the improvements, you're no longer eligible for a building permit. And just the very nature of retail, I mean, we're doing remodels all the time. You got to stay fresh. You've got to stay relevant. And so that was very challenging. And it wasn't just a unique problem to Nebraska Furniture Mart. Also, if you look at like One Pacific Place, they have a tenant change out. Well, they're also in the 100-year. They have a tenant that changes out, and they have a new permit to build out a new tenant. They were also running out of exemption as well, and would be no longer eligible to get any permits.
Has that changed?
So just recently, the city of Omaha has been great to work with, and they realized the problem. And again, the problem wasn't unique to Nebraska Furniture Mart, and so they've put a new an amendment to the floodplain regulations together that I believe is still in the process, but it will make it such that until an event that damages 50% or more of the structure happens, you'll still be eligible for a permit as long as that single permit doesn't is the permit value is less than 50% of the permit value of the structure. There's some nuance there.
Yeah, you've explained that to me about 4 times. I still don't fully get it. But anyway, if you look at the Omaha campus, and you've got obviously Omaha, you've got Clive, which is by Des Moines, you've got Kansas City, you've got the Colony, Texas, and then you've announced Austin. the one thing that's unique about Omaha, because you grew holistically and you've expanded, you have multiple buildings. I've been fortunate enough to be down to the Grandscape, which is how many acres is that?
433 acres.
Yes, so Ryan's been living this for 10 years almost. It's $1.5 billion development that's probably at least half done. And then this one, you've got a number of buildings, so the efficiencies, as opposed to Kansas City and Dallas, where you can stand on 2 levels and pretty much see the entire store. This one, you kind of have to go from building to building, and I can see why people are saying, well, if they moved out to Gretna or they moved, Council Bluffs or anything, which that would get interesting in itself, you could gain a lot of efficiencies.
Yeah, there definitely are some inherent efficiencies, both on the operational side and for customers, being able to see all of our product categories in one building. But what we've got in Omaha has worked astoundingly well over time. And if we were to redevelop, we like our new model, but also this old model in Omaha has worked pretty darn well.
Absolutely.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.